everyone, welcome to episode 5 of the Rewind Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew. I'm here with Jason,
What's going on?
Nick,
Hello.
Matt,
Solid.
and Bryce.
Hey, everybody.
Alright, with that out of the way, we're going to go into News of the Week with Matt.
Alright, so first up for news of the week, we are going to talk about some Super Bowl secrets that we got. Alright? Let's see where we got. Where are we going to go first, boys? What do we want to talk about first? How about we talk about that dope solo that we got? Huh?
That dope solo.
Anybody? That dope solo? Not Hope Solo, not the soccer player. Alright, Don't get confused. The dope solo trailer. Actually, I think it was considered a teaser. Is that correct?
That one was a teaser. The actual
Yeah.
trailer came out Monday.
So excited. So excited. I've literally watched it 100 billion trillion times at least.
Really?
Nah, maybe not that much. Just a little bit
Okay.
excessive. But, 7 or something.
That's a good amount.
7 is
a
enough.
good- That is enough. Absolutely, I agree.
I would probably say I've seen a Force Awakens trailer more than Solo trailer.
Get off of Force Awakens. Move on. Let it go.
Sorry.
I would say
Solid.
as much as Matt has watched Solo, I probably have watched the new Fallen Kingdom.
Jurassic
Jurassic World.
Park. Or World, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was
You're
good.
right, Andrew.
Sorry. I'm bad.
Jesus.
It was a
Nothing
park,
about
now
that.
it's a world.
Anybody-
What's next? Universe? Like,
Did
seriously.
anybody catch Khaleesi?
Jurassic Galaxy.
Yeah. Wait, you're talking about
I
Solo,
did.
right?
Solo,
Yes, in
That was
Solo.
probably the best part.
I didn't
totally.
see it at
It's
first.
like
Amelia
I forgot
Clarke.
about this movie.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, everyone forgot about this movie for a while because they were
I
pushing
didn't.
The Last Jedi.
Nope. I knew. I just forgot that she was there.
You forget?
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
she was.
Actually, I had zero fucking. I had no idea.
She
was
played a
in the
prominent role.
She is the woman of the group that is being assembled in the movie. She has a prominent role. Yes. It's
I'm just glad that the brown people have a role again. Chewie, my boy Chewie was there. My cousin.
Is that what you're
His
basing your
roots.
hairstyle off of now? Is that what you're going after?
I cut my hair. All right, I cut my
yeah,
hair.
he
know
cut
that.
it.
I haven't seen you.
Yeah, he cut it. But
News
okay,
Oh.
to be honest though, Lando, fucking Donald Glover as Lando is the literal best thing of that trailer.
I mean, better than Amelia Clark, no, but okay, fine,
No,
it's all right.
he looks spot on. It looks fantastic. He looks fantastic.
I'm curious to see what he does with that character role. Like, it wasn't very prominent character in the original.
Right.
But
Yeah, they may have to base it off the comics, if anything.
yeah, so that's what I was thinking.
The
I
side
want-
missions that we always hear about.
I want his voice to be super suave like Billy D. Williams. I hope he pulls it off. I think he will.
I mean, he's such a fucking talented guy. Like, he's so talented.
He does
He's
everything.
Literally everything that he's tried to do in the last 5 years, he's been successful at.
Right.
True.
He played a really idiotic character. He's played, I guess, quote unquote gang member or whatever, and then he made his own show. It's fucking amazing. Won awards. I love his music personally. I think he has good music.
I
I
agree.
don't see why he wouldn't be able to pull this off.
Yeah,
We gonna find out.
we will find out sooner than
That's
later. May 25th. Memorial Day.
Are they selling tickets yet?
Probably in a month.
If
in a
not,
month.
it's got to be soon, right?
Month or
Yeah.
two, yeah.
Got to get them tickets. Get that day off. It's going down.
Oh yeah, good.
There was a lot of negative feedback, right, with how this movie was being made.
Well, so apparently I've heard there's a when people hear about reshoots, they all freak out. Like they had reshoots for Rogue One. Rogue One turned out good. They're having
Yeah,
reshoots
but didn't
for
they have like 3 different recastings?
recastings. I don't know, but the
I thought
reshoots
they
for sure.
I thought they had replaced 4 or 5 different people a couple of times.
I'm pretty sure that cast has been there the whole time.
Maybe it was who they were
Different
trying to
parts,
get
actually.
originally for Solo. Maybe that's who it was. And maybe not. They didn't recast him, but
No,
Maybe
I'm
they
sure
were
that
gonna go one
process took a
direction.
long time. Yeah,
so.
but yeah.
And I don't know what pushed you back so long. I don't really care, but I'm just ready for it. I'm ready.
Hopefully the main actor hung out with Harrison Ford for like months to learn all of his
I
secrets.
don't think he did.
Oh,
So, but the thing
Aw.
about the thing, I don't know. So the thing about Harrison Ford to me is like, besides his role as Han, like not that I can remember, all of his other roles are just like drastically different. Like I think you could lump most of his other roles into like kind of one pool, and then there's Han Solo. It's just so.
Wait, you don't
different.
think Indiana Jones was different
yeah.
enough?
I
No,
was gonna
see,
think
because
Jones was close.
I think that he had the. See, like I don't even think he had the moxie. Like he didn't have the moxie. He was afraid of some shit. Name one time that fucking Han Solo was just like, I don't know. You know, they kind of scare me, so I'm not gonna do like.
When
That's
he's
what
in
I'm
the
talking
trash
about.
compactor.
I think not
He's
scared of
scared,
the
man.
trash compactor.
Would
But
you say that he had more personality as Indiana Jones? Is that kind of?
no, see, I think it's the exact opposite. I think he had much more personality as Han Solo. He's much
Oh.
more refined and much more composed as Indiana Jones. Like he's not so outgoing. He's more of I'm a fucking history professor and I'm gonna go search some shit. Shit pops up that he has to deal with, but he's not like going and searching for shit to do. He's just like I'm gonna go research some shit. Han Solo's like fuck it, you know, whatever, man. If I'm getting paid, we'll go in the middle of wherever you want to go. You know, so it just seem like such different characters to me. So maybe it's just me.
Well, no, and they should.
They
Well,
are
and
different characters.
Yeah, they
I-
are different
you're
characters.
You're not.
I mean, yes,
You know
Han-
what I'm saying?
yes,
Han
I know.
Solo to me is drastically different than a lot of his other characters, and I think a lot of his other characters are similar in persona, sort of. Maybe not to a T, but I think they're a lot more comparable than Han Solo. So, and tangent is done, but back to the point. I think that you could just watch the movies repeatedly and pick up specific mannerisms, and maybe not what was going through Harrison Ford's mind when he was acting, but I think you could pick up a lot more off of watching the movies than talking to him now, because those movies that he was so good in were so long ago. Not that he doesn't remember, I just think that
he's
it's
not
a lot
senile
better.
quite yet.
yeah, he's not crazy. It's just it was so long ago. I think that the best way for him to actually get into that, live and be that character is to watch the movies like literally repeatedly. So that's what I think.
Yeah, we'll have we have 3 months.
I guess we'll
To see.
we'll find out, huh?
Yeah.
All right, moving on, because tangent and Star Wars, we can talk about it literally forever. Cloverfield. What the fuck?
This is the
Crazy.
most genius move.
It's crazy,
It's
right?
genius.
All right, why don't we fill everybody in before me and you just go off on how insane this is.
All right.
So the trailer for Cloverfield played during the Super Bowl, right? You'd expect, oh, cool, they're coming out with another Cloverfield. Maybe, I don't know, be out this year, next year, whatever. No, you would be wrong. How about that day?
It's
I
out.
think it's genius for different reasons.
It's
Why do you think it's genius?
Because I heard the movie's not that great, probably the worst, and out of all
which
three
movie?
of them.
The first? Okay, so not the first
No, this-
Cloverfield.
No, this one I heard. This
This
one's the,
one
the
currently.
worst.
Okay.
Yes, this isn't the worst,
See,
and
I hated the first one.
and they didn't want to give it enough time on the floor to say, "Oh, this thing sucks." It just hyped it up for this night, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, Cloverfield's out. Oh, that's pretty cool." And so they all went to see it without waiting for people to say, "Oh, it sucks."
Yeah, but do you think that they could have they got more money for, what was it, on Netflix? Was it Netflix?
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah,
It
do you
just
think they
popped
got
up.
more money as being solely on Netflix than they would have gotten, even if it did suck, from being in the theater? Who gives a shit if it sucks? If you made the money, you made the money.
Right. And
But
You know?
I don't
would you
I
have
don't
made
know
the
what
money?
the
But that's what I'm saying is, do you really think that they made more money off of putting their movie on a streaming site for? I can't imagine
Yeah.
that they. You think they made more money off Netflix than they would have if they put it in theaters where tickets are $9 a piece?
Well, they don't see anywhere near close to $9 a piece. They see $1 of that ticket, maybe.
I don't think so. I don't think that's true at
I
all.
think I don't know how it actually works. I think they just buy the license of the reel or whatever, which cost a lot, and then the the theaters recoup their money through those ticket sales.
Yeah.
That's what I think how it works. That's kind of how games works. Like GameStop buys a certain amount from the
Yeah.
publisher, and then they recoup their money from.
I'm
Selling.
not going to say they would make more money.
Yeah,
on
I
Netflix.
mean,
I'm-
there's no
I
way for
can't-
us to know.
Yeah,
Right,
I can't
right.
say that, confidently. But I mean, they would have gone the theater route if they're going to make that much more money.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe since we're going to the digital age, that when you go to Netflix or you go to Hulu right away, it's kind of like the straight to DVD type thing.
I don't know about that anymore.
But
See, I
they're
think me and
getting
Andrew
paid
are-
as much as what they put
I
into
think
it,
me
or
and
maybe a
Andrew are on
little
the
more.
same
That was it.
page. And here's why I think it's fucking genius. Who else has done this? Besides like Netflix making original movies. Like, yeah, that's cool, but you don't expect those to be in theaters because they're on Netflix. They're the first outside company that's gone straight to Netflix. Right? This is the future. They're
Well,
paving
not
the way.
straight to Netflix, but announcing, "Hey, here's a trailer," and then it's out after the Super Bowl. Like people have
It's
announced the
straight to
Netflix.
Netflix, is it
Well,
not?
like Bright is straight to Netflix.
That's what I'm saying. I said besides Netflix.
That was
original.
that was also an original. This one is an actual movie.
Yeah,
which
this is
Oh,
an
okay.
outside
I
company.
gotcha. I see
You
what
know?
you mean. I got what you mean. Okay,
is-
okay.
I gotta imagine that this is just a stepping stone for Netflix, but in a way that this hadn't been done before. It's going to pave the way for all these other companies to be like, yo, fuck it, we can do this too. And I'm sure it's way cheaper for the company, right?
So I want to bring up this thing because right now this is kind of making me confused. I see just on Google it says release date of Cloverfield Paradox 4/20/2018. So the question is, are they still going to do a theatrical release? So the first movie that has done this sort of thing, if y'all remember back like maybe it was 2 years ago, if y'all remember The Interview with James Franco and
Yeah.
Seth Rogen, they did what they did because of the theaters pulling out, thinking North Korea is going to do something because they're making fun
Did
of
they
their leader.
actually though?
Some
I thought
a
that
lot
was
of
the
no
problem,
a
yeah.
lot of theaters pulled out of showing The Interview, and so like Seth Rogen and all them were like, screw it, let's just throw it on Netflix, and I watched it that day.
Huh.
Yeah, so that was
Yeah, a lot of
because of
controversy.
outside. Yeah, that was because of
Was it on there
outside
permanently,
interference.
though?
No, it was only
It was
on
just
it
on
for
there
like
for-
a week
That's
or
what I
two.
thought because I think I remember talking about this. I went back like I don't know 2 weeks later and it wasn't on there.
Yeah, it was only on for a week or two because theaters were refusing to show it because of the possible threats, and then it hit the theaters later on after a while. I believe I can't remember the theater part, but I watched the Interview when it came out on Netflix. It was cool. It was that one was because of the threats, but this just going straight to it, making that move was great. Like it's kind of like when we watch E3 and you don't expect something like, hey, here's this game, and you're like, oh, that's so cool, and they're just like, and it's out now, and like,
Yo, that'd be fucking that'd be bonkers.
I mean, they do that for some
E3?
indie games, but they haven't done it for.
no, but like a AAA game.
Yeah, if they did it for a
Hearts
AAA
3?
game, they're not
What's that?
gonna do that.
Word to Kingdom Hearts 3?
No,
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Half-Life 3. Yeah.
Never.
But yeah, no, like I like the idea of like, hey, here's something cool. We know it's cool. Oh yeah, we've kept it a secret and it's finished and it's out now.
Come on, Games Media, where you at, bro? Let's get that shit rolling.
Yeah.
That would actually.
I
If it was
haven't
like,
even
say,
watched
what's
the
a game
second
that-
Cloverfield.
What's that?
I haven't even watched the second Cloverfield yet.
Yeah.
I thought the second one was good.
People said it was
didn't
good.
seem like were there any monsters in it at all?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I didn't watch it, but it was like the aftermath of one. People were hunkered down in a bunker, and one of the people was trying to get out.
I was hoping it was just a second tape, and that's where we're going. So I'm assuming the third one
See,
that's
like,
out. is
that's-
not- that is
That's what I didn't like about it the most.
Well,
Was- it
I
was-
didn't like the
first
handshaking
one.
stuff and the tape. Yeah, I didn't like any of that just because that makes me motion sickness. But the way that they ended was like this was one in like however many
Right.
of evidence of this happening and what's going to happen. So the fact that the second one wasn't like that.
And see, that's what like ruined the movie for me. Is like I couldn't watch it.
Well,
Like,
here's
there's motion blur all over the place.
yeah, it was
The
hard.
second one wasn't that. It was a normal movie. Like it had normal camera angles and it was.
Did you ever watch
enjoyable to
Chronicle?
See, yeah, I did, but I didn't think it was nearly as bad.
Right, because it wasn't just a shaky cam. It was using like security cameras as well. Like it was
Yeah.
found footage, but it was using like stationary security cameras and
Plus, I
cameras
also
on
found
choppers
this-
and stuff.
I also found the story way more compelling, so I
Well,
enjoyed
yes,
it more.
yes.
But
Yeah.
But here's
it
the
was just-
thing.
it was different, so it was easier on my eyes and my stomach. So-
Right, right. But here's the thing about Cloverfield Paradox. I'm just reading a little synopsis. This is supposed to be the origin of the monster.
Okay, so they're
Huh.
going into
Oh, so it's a
space
prequel.
and finding it.
Yes, yes. Well, yes. It says scientists work on a particle accelerator, and quote unquote the future unleashed everything.
I
Quote,
bet you they
unquote.
opened a wormhole and the damn thing came through.
Yeah, whatever.
Spoiler alert.
Yes,
That's the-
Oh, I
spoilers.
haven't watched it.
Wow.
I'm just saying,
No,
like,
you
just
watched
based
it,
off
you
of
know you
that,
did.
That's easy. That's easy way to make a movie.
Yeah. But
Pacific
I have
Rim,
not
anybody?
seen it, so that is not spoilers. And if it is, I apologize.
Well, at least you don't have to pay $9 a ticket.
yeah,
To
you can just
confirm.
watch it. You just have to
True.
pay $9 a month.
Yeah, but you watch
more
so
like
much
11.
of the shit.
Is it 11?
Oh, they're raising it next month or something. That's another.
Yeah, we'll
podcast.
talk about it later.
I'm pissed about that.
Don't be
Hella
pissed.
mad. All right.
So pissed.
Moving on to the next. I don't think I'm gonna do all. I don't think I'm gonna do all of them, but there's definitely some good ones that play it. So let me pick one out of this bunch. There's so many. There's so many.
Is there...
I kind of want to talk about a certain DC thing that I didn't see until today. That
All right.
apparently came out.
Yeah, let's talk about this too, because I didn't see it either. Krypton. I assume that's the one you're talking about.
Yes.
I didn't see that
Oh.
anywhere.
I didn't see it anywhere. It said it was a
Granted,
Super Bowl
I
ad.
had my kid to take care of, so that's my excuse. Andrew, what was your excuse?
I
He
didn't
is
make
a
it
kid.
until this. Yeah, it was me. I'm the
He
kid.
is
I mean, I've seen like CW and them like advertise it.
No, it's on Sci-Fi.
The sci-fi. Well,
Yeah.
I've seen commercials for it, but I didn't see it during the Super Bowl.
I just apparently at least a trailer played for it during the Super Bowl.
I think it's bullshit. No one here saw it.
Yeah, no, I saw it out of nowhere, just like searching
us
through
saw
Super
it.
Bowl
I
ads.
saw,
and
no, I
then-
saw the trailer a long time ago when they first advertised it, so
Oh,
it
so
wasn't
wasn't
new.
even. Would they just put it on the Super Bowl and they already released it?
No, it's not released.
Yeah.
It's like
the
April
trailer,
or
I
May.
mean.
Oh, I don't
the,
know.
The trailer I saw it way before the Super Bowl, and I was like, that might be cool.
What a
And then
waste
I
of
didn't think
money.
about anything about it.
You already put your trailer out and you're like, fuck it. It's not going to be new or anything, but let's pay way too much money for like 45 seconds. Not even probably. It's
Was
probably
it?
like 20
Is it
seconds.
coming out within like the next couple days?
No, next couple months.
Wow. Okay. That is a waste then.
Yeah, but have you looked at the synopsis yet, Matt?
No, I didn't even.
Okay,
Until this
let
moment,
me.
had no idea.
Okay, here's the synopsis. A evil creature from the future is going into the past and is trying to attack Krypton and kill the grandfather of Superman.
Oh no.
It's a
Holy
weird
shit, Doc.
concept. Yeah.
He's
Just
trying to-
written
he's
by
just trying to
Grant
Man,
Wow.
that's heavy, Doc.
Yeah.
He's just trying to stop.
He's trying to stop
Superman
Superman.
from becoming?
Yeah,
Okay.
from being Superman, from being born. So like, it's just I don't know who the villain is supposed to be, but that's like the synopsis of it. The main character is Superman's grandfather. Has the grandfather been mentioned like much
No.
in the
They're-
no?
No,
So that's why
just-
they're able to. As long as his last name's L, we're good.
Basically.
I mean, yeah.
So I assume there's not going to be like any. Superman's not going to be in it or any. It's just going to be.
I'm sure the last episode, if it goes far enough, is possibly-
It's a series?
It's a prequel.
it's a wait is
Super prequel.
I'm
Is it a
assuming
series?
it's a series because it's on Sci-Fi, but it could be a Sci-Fi movie.
Hmm.
But my guess is that
Hmm.
maybe one of the last episodes is Jor-El being born, not Kal-El,
Interesting.
Jor-El. That's my prediction.
Very interesting. Oh, well, that seems like something I might want to check out then, because I so far haven't liked any kind of Superman anything. So
Well, get sci-fi. Wink, wink.
What about Supergirl?
Sponsor us,
WB?
please.
no, I did not like Supergirl.
Supergirl's a little campy. I mean, it's all right.
It's all
but-
CW.
Very, very teen.
Yeah.
Actually, the only any kind of
That's
Superman
why I-
anything I enjoyed
That's why I love it.
was Superboy and Young Justice. So
Yeah, Young
So
Justice
good.
season 3, 4.
So good.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk about one last one because I know that Bryce is probably sitting on the edge of a seat waiting. Jurassic World
Hell yeah.
had a
man.
trailer. Why don't you tell us about it, Bryce?
Well, based off of just the opening scene, I got goosebumps with the raptor claws tapping on the
Okay.
on the floor. I mean, shit. That's and the fact that it's actually coming up on that little girl. I mean, she's got to be like
Wait, you said you
shit
got
in the
goosebumps when?
when that raptor T-Rex combo thing comes into the bedroom and he starts tapping on the floor. It brings me back to the very first movie with Jurassic Park.
All right, that was
Oh,
like
yeah.
the scene from all of our nightmares in the 90s. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yep.
After
That's
watching
true.
Jurassic Park.
Yes, exactly. So that I mean the slow intro of the music, the classic music from the first movie. I don't know, nostalgia. And
Alright.
I think
And
I
that's
think
how they
they'll-
get
if-
you.
I'm actually hoping they'll just kind of end it on a good note with this, and
No,
Well,
Jurassic Universe.
Yeah, Jurassic Universe.
Galaxy next.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Jurassic
Galaxy
Park
and then
in
Universe.
It's gonna
space.
turn into Fast and the Furious, and there's gonna be 87 of them.
There's a little bit of a complaint that I've seen running around where it's going to be basically kind of a remake of Lost World, the second
Oh,
Jurassic
yeah.
Park movie. But
It kind of.
Yes.
I got that feel a little bit.
yeah,
No,
because they're bringing the dinosaurs back over
Yeah.
to the U.S. and it's like why? I could just see Ian Malcolm just sitting there going, "Yeah, don't do that. We've done that once already. That was a
Yeah, but
terrible
I mean,
movie."
if you're gonna, did anybody not like The Force Awakens? All right then, that's what I thought. So if we're gonna start criticizing this, let's just fucking start ripping shit
No, no,
apart. and stuff.
Yeah,
I
I
think they'll do a better job with it, and it'll be a fun movie.
All right. All right. So that's it for our Super Bowl ads. All of the wonderful shows that we're gonna, or shows / movies that are gonna be coming out. Next, we're gonna get a little. I don't know. This is new for the podcast. SpaceX
Oh yes, this was
Launched.
cool.
Oh yeah.
launched a rocket into the outer spaces today. Okay. I had no idea this was supposed to be happening. Did anybody else know this was happening today?
I knew not today. I knew it was happening. I just didn't.
Yeah,
notice
I had
today.
no idea. I was sitting waiting for my doctor's appointment, and all of a sudden I see this rocket about to take off. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because I figured if it was a nuke, I would have known about it because it's
Yes.
kind of my job.
Yes.
So
Only
yeah,
nukes. So, yeah.
literally only nukes. Anyways, so yeah, it launched today around 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, and it was really cool for me to watch because I've never in my lifetime or my cognitive lifetime that I remember shit, I've never actually seen anything launch into space. So that was really cool to me. I don't know about y'all. I know y'all are a little bit older than me. Maybe y'all seen something.
I've seen
I-
some.
I remember
spaceships
1960s
come
launch.
out
Yeah.
of- Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
1969.
I remember the explosion with the reentry of one of the spaceships.
Yeah, see, I remember that too. But
I
Other than
remember
that, yeah,
Apollo
so I don't-
13.
you remember the launch?
Great-
of-
great
of
movie.
No,
Apollo
the movie.
great movie.
13? Oh, got you. So yeah, that was really interesting. I thought I should mention that because it's kind of
No,
a
it
big
was.
fucking deal.
it was
haven't launched
cool.
anything into space in quite a while. At least something of this magnitude. It's supposed to be a test.
Yeah, thanks
for-
Obama.
Yeah.
Ouch. He listens to
Oh.
this podcast, you know.
Yeah,
He
I
knows
know.
it, right?
Oh shit.
Hey man,
Yeah.
his canceling of or defunding of
find that
NASA made SpaceX
Hey,
happen.
Possible. Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
thanks Obama.
I mean,
that was a sincere. The letter. from the mail.
Yeah.
so, but yeah, so
Elon Musk.
this is supposed to be a test rocket for future endeavors with actual fucking people. We're fucking Elon Musk trying to put fucking people on Mars. All right, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, he said
Definitely
within
gonna
30
It's
years.
gonna happen in my lifetime. saying it right now.
M-A-R-S. Mars bitches.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
There
that was
hasn't
something
been one
I thought.
positive Mars movie out there. Let's put it
Martian.
that way. That wasn't positive.
That wasn't,
He was
yeah.
stranded.
It wasn't that bad, though. He made it
He
work.
sustained life.
It's
Yes.
possible.
How many
The
positive
movie-
moon movies have you seen?
Moon.
Armageddon.
That
That's
that
what
was
I'm
a
saying.
that was a
Asteroid.
comment. Yeah, whatever.
Same thing. It's a piece of moon somewhere. Someone's moon somewhere.
The original-
The original launch to the moon. We'll go with that one.
Is that a
Keep
movie?
Life Alive. They made a movie after it.
Did you watch the movie?
No.
I
What was
said,
that?
have you seen Bryce?
I've seen
Point-
movies
Iron
that
Sky.
actually show movies or tapes of that. So
Point
it doesn't
point
count.
proven. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, so I thought that was important. It's something big.
It is
that happened
important.
today,
Very.
And I thought it needed to be touched on. All right,
Oh,
moving
my.
on. Getting fucking deep. Moving on. Got
Shit.
some comic news. DC Comics is going to be coming out with some graphic novels aimed towards children. And this is exciting for me because I have a lot of comics, and one day I want my daughter to be able to read them. However, a lot of them are pretty fucking graphic, and not a graphic novel like children. The graphic and graphic, two different definitions. Anyways, there's a lot of cussing. There's a lot of fucking blood. There's sex. And a whole bunch of shit in these. I
Yeah.
don't want my
Yeah,
kid to,
baby.
I don't want my kid to read that for a little while. So I want to get her something that is aimed in that direction. So DC is doing that, and that's something that really excites me. I know they plan on doing Superman versus the Klan.
The Klan?
The Klan.
The KKK.
The
I knew
Klan-
it. I knew this time was coming.
It is KLAN. So
Oh, it is. Okay.
that was from Polygon. Blame them, not me.
And there's the graphic piece.
Yep.
That's why it's graphic novel. Come on, guys. So yeah, I'm really excited about this because I know that when my kid can read on her own, I want to give her stuff, or at
To
least
read to you.
introduce. Yeah, absolutely.
When you can no longer
Introduce her
read.
to stuff that I enjoy, so hopefully she'll enjoy. So it's a pretty big deal to me. Maybe not as many of you. Maybe Jason, how you feel about it? Does this sound like you give to your daughter?
Yeah, definitely. She loves comics already. We get her Garfield comics and stuff. So, and she's starting to love superheroes. So this is something I can definitely see doing.
Yeah, and it's just
Sure.
like it's hard to get them comics that everybody reads because a lot of them are probably a little too mature in
Oh,
some
for sure.
aspects. So
Yeah, that's why she does Garfield pretty much only and
Yeah.
stuff like that because
exactly.
What about Teen Titans? How
So,
they're
like-
not-
that?
Pretty graphic.
Well, the
They can?
actual
Okay.
the actual comics of Teen Titans are pretty graphic.
Okay.
They're
There's
not
a lot,
like
of, lot of innuendo and stuff in them.
yeah,
too.
it's not
Innuendo.
Cartoon Network Teen Titans.
Yeah, see Slade and that rock chick. What's her name? Yeah, just look up that storyline. There you go.
Slade and that rock chick. Okay.
The chick who does the rock stuff, the Earth stuff. She betrayed the Titans. You know what I'm talking about.
We're to sore subjects. We don't want to talk about it.
So the number one books that have been sold thus far is obviously one of them is going to be The Killing Joke and a whole bunch of other Batman ones. So they're trying to convert that over into, at least from this article, they're trying to convert some of those big time books that they've put out already and kind of tone them down a little bit into children-based graphic novels.
It's gonna be
And
so
that's
hard.
the plan as of right now. It absolutely is going to be hard, and there's going to be some. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff that isn't based off other things. I think they're going to make a lot of their own stuff because it's just it's fucking. They've been around forever. You can do whatever the fuck you want with superheroes. So yeah, fucking Batman has a tea party or whatever. You could.
I'd read it. I'd buy it.
Yeah, I bet you would. But yeah, so that's what they're trying to do, and I think it will be very difficult. But if they could do that, like at least for me, I imagine, hey, my kid's reading the baby version of The Killing Joke. If she reads that, and then I don't know, whenever she's like, I don't know, 13, 14, 15, something, when she already knows all the cuss words by then, anyways. What am I hiding from her? You know what I mean? So I'll introduce her to the one that I read. I don't know. It definitely makes it more appealing to me because I'm not a huge DC guy. So that's nice.
Yeah, I like it. definitely the right direction, I think, to get broaden your audience and get the youngsters involved. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
sure.
And that is almost forgot.
Believe it.
One last video game news. Monster Hunter World came out at the end of January, and holy shit, is it kicking some ass?
That game sucks.
You shut up.
Who invited this guy?
He likes
Yeah,
it.
dude. Why do we even have this guy?
He likes
Anyways.
it.
I'm 17 hours in. You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't put it down when I play
That's
it. So.
that's fair. So yeah, one, it got a 91 rating on Metacritic, which
Really?
is a very, very trusted site when it comes to critiques of games. I normally always go there for anything that I'm trying to look up. And two, it's the fastest selling game in the franchise in 14 years. They've been around for fucking ever. They've just been only big in Japan. They kind of got a small audience with some handheld games over here. I think is where a majority of the people played it.
And then a lot of it was only released on Nintendo.
Yeah, so that's kind of rough. But they had their small fan base over here, and they finally put one out through Capcom, and they killed it. In 3 days, they sold 5 million worldwide,
Wow.
Wow.
which in 3 days, they sold more than the new Resident Evil game that came out all of last year.
Nice.
That's fucking insane.
Pretty impressive.
Especially because Resident Evil has like a cult following. Jesus.
And the new
So
one
many
was
people
really
like
good. Like
Yeah, I've
from
heard it
what
was
I've
really.
heard.
I haven't played it, but
Same.
in 3 days it outsold that in a year, which just blows my mind. And segue into our next topic a little bit. 72% is on PS4, so that kind of just shows you what everybody's feeling right now.
Way to
And,
keep us the minority, Nick.
And I'm gonna
I'm
seriously.
all about the minority. You know this.
And, but that's gonna be it for the news. It was a really good couple of weeks actually. There's some good news out there, and I thought that this was some stuff to touch on. But that's gonna be it. So,
All right.
buddy.
Good work.
Yeah.
I like it.
Awesome. So now, here's our topic of the week. Console war. We're gonna have a
console war.
yeah. So we're gonna
the fucking console ball.
kind of go into
That's the intro song.
yeah. That's it. We're gonna kind of go into some questions I have. I kind of want this to be like a debate type forum. So my first question is, should there even be a console war, fellas? What do y'all think?
No.
No?
Yes.
No.
You shut up.
No and yes. All right, here we go.
That
I
guy's
wanna-
gonna die first.
Absolutely.
All right,
No.
so I want like, y'all's explanations.
I want Jason. Tell me why you say no, so I can destroy you. Go ahead.
There should not be a console war. We should be united. It's gamers
Oh
versus
my God.
everybody. Why do
This
we have to
guy.
why do we have to split gamers?
This tree hugger over
We're all
here.
on the same side, right?
Yes.
Are we
No.
not?
I agree.
Absolutely not.
I agree
am
with
not
that
on his
point.
side.
I agree
Not
with
on
your
your side.
point.
Okay,
So-
we're on the same side. Gamers already have a bad rap, so why are we going against each other anyways?
So here's my thing. It's not like we're not tearing the industry down with people preferring something over the other. So I don't think of it as such a big deal. But as far as should we have a console war? Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I like my shit. You like your shit. Let's fucking argue about it, because that's what humans do.
Should
Why
we
argue about it?
or should we be arguing?
It's stupid bullshit we can fuck around about. It's
But-
not
Well,
a
no,
big
no.
Okay,
Should we
yeah,
be
no, that's-
arguing or should we
that's
be
a-
having a civil conversation?
No, fuck that.
No.
Leave that.
Oh,
leave
okay.
that to
Never mind
other
then.
things.
Oh, okay, yeah. Leave it
Okay,
to
yeah,
leave it to
we-
the grown-ups to have a
Listen, you ever seen?
Yeah.
You ever heard Jason burp in game? What about that is civil? Okay, leave
Yeah.
that shit somewhere else. Jesus Christ!
All right.
All right. So when it comes to console wars, I think it's nice to have a healthy,
Competition.
I guess, competition
That's
between
fine.
the two, and to keep motivation to get the best out of each company. Right?
And that's fine. I agree.
we want them to keep making better and better games. We want them to make better and better technology so that we can almost feel like we're in the game, like Ready Player One. I mean, without a war between the two or rivalry, instead of a war, it's more of a rivalry. Without that, I don't think we would be as far as we are now.
I don't know, but in my opinion, like say Apple versus Android or Apple versus Windows. Like,
Yeah.
they aren't going to the extremes to tear each other down like
Well, they did in
console
the
people.
beginning.
Maybe in the beginning, yes.
Are you talking about the companies or the people
or
that
just
use their
like-
products?
So yeah, the people that use
That's
their products.
a different question.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
no, no,
a
no.
different question. I
No,
think
no.
there should
Console
be
wars
a-
are based off the people talking in forums and saying, "Oh, PS4 is better. Suck my,"
Yeah, that's
and
stupid.
then that's the dumb part. That's what kind of encompasses this war is
Yeah.
the consumers bashing each other for no reason. Yes, there should
See,
be
I think
competition.
That's the best part. Because if you just think about it. How many people do you actually think are reading that? So say I love Xbox. I had Xbox for a long time. It was my first, I guess, new age console. I went from PS2, 360, Xbox One in the last, I don't know, 15 years or whatever. So I had an Xbox. Everybody I knew had a PS4. And
You're
they
welcome.
were like, dude, PS4 is fucking better. Whatever, dude, PS4 is better, blah, blah, blah. I was just like, no, fuck you. These are my reasons why Xbox better. We argued about it. I didn't go home and fucking cry in my room, make a list of how I can prove that it's better. Like, this is why I think it's so stupid that, like, why should we have console war? Who gives a fuck? Let people just have fun and argue.
Well, no, there are people
nobody's
out there
going home
doing
and
that though.
What's that?
There are people out there doing exactly what you said.
When you say
people.
console war, that's
Who?
what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Just
I do
those
that.
ra-
I do that. I
There-
did that
there's-
all in college.
there are those. I guess you're not that big of a forum junkie. I guess like you don't
I'm on
go.
Reddit all the time. I've never seen that.
Well, so
Don't assume
we're not
gender.
we're not going Reddit like things like that. Like
Talking
before
about
Reddit.
4chan?
No, I mean
Because like
kind
nobody
of.
on that
Yes.
site's fucking sane.
No, but I would always go to like Game Battles or MLG, look at their forums.
When was this?
2008,
Give me the
2010.
exact date.
Show us
That
the
was 10
documentation.
years ago.
I know. I'm sure
You
it's
think
calmed down
today-
now.
You
It's,
think
no, it's
gotten
calmed
worse.
down.
No, it's gotten worse.
Well, I'm just not in the forums now, so I think it's calmed down.
I absolutely don't think anybody's going home and is actually fucking upset that someone said Xbox sucked today. wanna know why?
Absolutely. Have you?
There-
welcome
there
to
are
the world.
I don't think they get. all right.
There are
Where have you
people that
been,
can
man?
take it
We're
that
gonna-
personally.
I think that's a very, very small minority of people.
It is,
No,
but it happens.
You said
What'd you
nobody.
say about minority?
But okay, right now, current consoles out there.
Andrew, define the console wars. What do you want a parameter?
What do I think
In the
any
question.
okay, for me it's going to be any sort of competition. So it can be straight up people bashing each other, or it could be thoughtful points like, well, this console has better games in this category, this console has better games in that category. What are the
Which one has better performance?
Yeah, well, what's better hardware? What's better gameplay? Better controllers? Things like
Price
that. Like
point.
I'm going, price point. I'm going anything. So this is going. I'm leaving it all out on the table. You can talk about anything. So I
really
think you're coming into the part where it's just people bashing each other, but I'm trying to think
No,
of it
but
holistically.
they're bashing
no,
each other with
no,
like facts, like fucking PC runs, or their PC runs better than console, or fucking Xbox runs or gets less frames than PS4.
right.
Like they're not just majority of the time. They're not throwing out subjective things, right? Until you get into the thing, well, this has better games. Well, that's completely subjective. They're gonna sit here and tell me that Xbox gets more frames consistently than PS4. Well, you're wrong. That's just not true, right? So obviously they're put out more blunt and brash, but they're still saying things that are true, right? So why is it such a big deal when?
Well, there
Why does
there
anybody
are
think
the
it's-
minorities, and on the internet, sometimes the vocal minorities speak louder than the
Sure, and
than
that's
the
perfectly
speechless
fine.
majority.
I feel this way just about with
Well put.
everything. I don't think just because a minority has an issue, it's the majority's problem.
No,
I feel that way just about on everything.
I would say most of the gamers out there are mostly civil about their preferences.
Mm-mm.
No, okay, yeah,
Why not,
you
Nick?
you and your Odessa people.
Well,
No, I just you're talking about a
been
guy.
there.
who-
No one's civil.
If I'm on a losing team, I'm teabagging everyone. I'm not
Yes,
civil.
I know that.
I'm
yes.
winning. Yeah, you know.
So yeah, but that's
Anyways,
like
let's go
even
through
now-
preferences.
me and Jason have raised our voice at each other, right?
Yes.
We're gonna walk away from this. It's gonna be fucking fine. No one's gonna give a shit.
I will hate you forever.
We're gonna be fine, right? But in all seriousness, right? Like, we're gonna sit here and argue with each other for next, I don't know, however long, and nobody's gonna give a shit after it's over. We're not gonna be like, I can't do the podcast anymore.
No,
I
yes, we know that.
That was too much. You know what I mean?
And Matt, this is his last episode.
Ever.
Well, okay,
We,
let's
as a
let's
group,
go.
We'll never have that problem, but there are people out there.
Yeah,
that-
yeah. We're just saying there are people out there.
There are people
I
out
agree.
there.
There's people out there. However, I don't think that should affect everybody else.
No,
That's
yes,
my point.
yes. Okay,
Well,
but let's go through our
what's your point?
preferences.
Yeah. Let's go one of your points, Rich.
So let's just right now currently, I would say the big hitters are PS4 and Xbox, as we are saying console wars. But even though we're going with that, there's you can still go Nintendo Switch, you can still gonna go Wii, blah, 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 or Wii U. It's even though it's not really relevant. You can go 3DS. What is your preferred console right now?
PS4.
PS4.
PC.
That said console.
I said console.
I know. Right now it's PS4 for me.
Well,
Itchulous?
we'll be Xbox. Fuck you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so mine is PS4 as well.
Actually, I haven't played it yet, but I've heard good things. The Xbox One, the Scorpio, the brand new one they got.
The Xbox.
You had to take all your
One
experience with
S.
PlayStation
The S?
or Xbox right now. Which would you pick?
PlayStation.
He's talking about just right now, like as of late.
Yeah, I'm saying
you
right
haven't
now. What do
even
you
used the
prefer?
Scorpio.
He hasn't used either of them. He can still
No,
prefer one or the other.
Oh, okay.
So, like if we're doing it just right now, it's going to be PlayStation. But when I was younger, it's definitely going to be Xbox for sure.
Right. So I think we have this kind of flow that's been going on. I personally have always been a PlayStation fan, and I think right now, just based off how the launch of the two systems back in 2013, the way Xbox mishandled everything, and the way PlayStation just countered all the Xbox stuff during the press conferences at those times, like they gained their favor back after a terrible whatever generation, 7th or 6th generation with the PS3. They were able to get that back on their side. But Xbox is slowly making a surge now. However, there are things that the consoles do, which is play games. So how much do you guys think exclusivity plays a role into the console war, quote unquote?
A lot. I mean,
A lot.
The
Oh, yeah.
only reason I played Xbox or even got an Xbox was for Halo and Gears of War. That's it.
Same.
I didn't touch any of the other games except if my friends bought them. The
Yep,
rest was
same.
played on either Nintendo or PlayStation.
Right, so I guess let's bring Nintendo into this. How it just seems right now, based off the Switch numbers, that Mario and Zelda are still fantastic game IPs that everyone still loves.
They're keeping Nintendo afloat. I
They
think.
are keeping Nintendo afloat. However, the Switch outselling the Wii U in 10 months than the Wii U sold in like 3 years
would've
is
That's easy. The Switch was way better than the Wii U ever would be.
right, but like it's such a cool concept. Like one thing that it can be your mobile gaming system and your in-home gaming system just by putting it in a dock. But it's there. So
Kept
how?
that concept, didn't they?
Huh?
They kept that concept essentially, didn't they? The
Well,
Switch.
no. I mean they.
That's
Switch
what
is-
That's
brought
what the
that
s-
to the forefront.
Yeah, the Switch brought it to the forefront. Like the Wii U wasn't
what-
mobile. Their mobile
was
thing was the
the Wii U-
3DS.
So their Wii U, the actual handheld piece, wasn't mobile at all.
No, it's
No.
it,
I mean, it was.
It's mobile in the
up
se-
to like 12 feet when.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
mobile in the sense where I can go into the other room and still play my Wii U.
But you can take the
Think-
Switch
to your car.
anywhere.
To your
Yeah.
car, to your work, and you'll play games with it.
So the Wii U was like Windows 8.1. It was like a
The
beta.
Wii U was like Windows, the weird one after XP.
Vista.
Yeah.
Vista, yeah,
One
yeah,
that
yeah.
everybody
Vista,
hated.
yeah. Vista, where they were like testing things out, and they're like, "Hey, let's push this."
No, I mean
forward."
Wii U was a standalone own console, and it
Yes,
had
yes.
its own success.
Yes.
and everybody liked it. And it was kind of the first of its kind because PlayStation ended up doing something like that with
the
a little
with the Vita.
joystick.
No.
Well, no.
You're talking about the Wii. We're talking about the Wii U with
Yeah,
the.
you're talking about the Wii.
Like
'Cause
the
then
Wii-
After the Wii came out, everybody came out with their own like fucking
Well, a lot of people were pissed
handheld
with
stand
the-
up and play game
yeah.
bullshit. So
Yeah, the problem with the Wii was that the graphics just weren't there. I mean, how is that going to compete?
it wasn't supposed to be there. It wasn't
Yeah,
supposed to
they're-
blow you out of the water.
They were.
Nintendo's not for graphics.
True.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Or
now they
online.
are.
It was supposed to be innovative. It was supposed to be a new way to get exercise, quote unquote.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be the things that the Xbox and the PlayStation weren't, and it was, and it sold really well.
Because
But
of
it
that,
just-
because it got the casual people in it, like, hey, I can, move my arm and
Who
the
wants-
tennis
it-
racket
Who
swings
wants
and
to play fucking Wii bowling? Hmm.
yeah, like I would
know?
play Wii bowling. It was
It
was
fit
fun.
its demographic. It did what it was supposed to do. It fit its demographic fine.
And it was a success when
Yeah.
all things considered.
Yeah. Well, coming back to exclusive, games and stuff, but like I said, the only reason I touched or picked up an Xbox was because of two main game titles.
right. I
Yeah,
would
same.
agree with that. Halo and Gears.
And I think Xbox has had a better exclusivity than PlayStation. in general.
What? Okay. What
I
game?
disagree.
What games for you? Yeah. What games? What out
Well,
of
like you
those
said,
two?
Halo and Gears
Uh-huh.
of War is
Uh-huh.
they sell consoles by themselves.
They sold consoles by themselves.
They sold
Have you-
consoles by themselves.
Have you played The Last of Us or Uncharted yet?
No, Megan has played Last of Us. She loves it.
All right. So there's
The
just
Last of Us and Uncharted sold current consoles.
Yes.
I'm like not the
And
same way.
Batman.
I'm not going to say the same way, but they those games on them by themselves got people to buy a PlayStation.
Do you think Xbox would be where it's at right now if it did not have the exclusivity of Halo when it first launched?
Absolutely not.
no, Halo is a bigger franchise. Like out
Absolutely.
of
I
yeah.
100% agree.
I'm
Yes.
just saying, in general, in my personal opinion, it's had a better exclusive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you take out Halo,
Take
what?
out Last of Us, then what?
You have
Absolutely. Still way
the
better.
Batman was the
PlayStation.
one that got me to buy it. PS4 anyway.
Well, Batman was multi-console. I would still be. You still have Crash. You still have.
Yeah.
You still
Spyro,
had.
you have
No, you
Jackson.
don't have Spyro anymore.
What do you mean
That's
you don't have
Activision.
Spyro anymore.
You know,
Uh-oh.
That's
Activision
sold
bought
consoles.
Spyro.
That's but what I'm saying is, its legacy is on PlayStation.
Okay, if we're going with legacy-wise, yeah, you had Kingdom Hearts, you had
You can
Final
play Halo Wars
Fantasy,
on your PC. Okay.
right? But
What
so
I'm saying is, it's the series itself. What is tied into PlayStation?
right,
That's what
right.
I'm saying.
So we have. If I'm just gonna go way old school, SOCOM. You have Jack and Daxter. You have Ratchet and Clank. You have Final Fantasy. Up until
Kingdom
like
Hearts.
yeah, you had Kingdom Hearts. You had
These
Shadow.
are all, these are all big series.
You had the Team Ico games, so Ico for one, Shadow of the Colossus, Last Guardian, Journey, which was a game of the year, but that year wasn't.
Is Resident Evil exclusive to PlayStation?
It was.
GameCube had it, so
Did it?
It
Yeah,
was for
GameCube had, like,
PlayStation. Like
or 3 or 4.
Resident Evil was PlayStation, and then after the
Gotcha.
next jump, it switched over.
Yeah.
And then let's see, Killzone, the quote unquote Halo killer that it didn't do.
Never happened.
Was good. MLB the show,
Now we're getting obscure.
yeah, but
But I mean, we just listed off 7 amazing.
Well, like I said, those aren't the games I played.
right,
So,
right,
like I
right.
said, in my opinion,
It's
right.
absolutely. It's very subjective. What
But,
games were better or whatever.
It's a
can we name any more Xbox ones though? I mean,
I
can't
can only
really-
name Forza and
I-
Crackdown.
Gears.
Okay. I couldn't.
No, yeah,
put-
after those
I
two.
can't put Unreal
no, but so
Tournament in there
besides
because that's not
besides
on
Gears
PC.
and besides Halo, because we
It
took
was
out
Uncharted and Last of Us.
Uncharted and The Last of Us. So besides those two, can you name prominent series?
And all I can name is Crackdown and Forza, that are still like kind of active today.
There's no T. It's Forza.
Yeah, I was like, who the
Forza.
hell is Forza?
God, I
Forza.
fucking hate that. People do that all the time. It's like,
Forza.
there's no T in the fucking
Players Unknown Battleground.
game.
See,
Anyways,
It's
let's
over.
go.
Game's
Let's go.
over.
Yeah,
I
let's,
win.
let's go into this. How do you guys factor in PC and mobile now that we're talking about a game that totally runs better on PC? How does PC and mobile factor into this console war, quote unquote?
I think that hands down, there's really not a comparison with PC
Can't.
and anything else.
because you can always have a PC upgraded with the latest and greatest, depending on your
Not
budget.
even that. That's not
With
even
the-
what
on
I'm
your
That's not
budget.
even what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, I
I'm
mean,
just talking about games.
You don't
well,
have
yeah,
to
but
worry
the thing
about
is
backwards
almost every game
compatibility.
out there is available to play on a PC,
Sure.
Right.
I'm not saying there is.
which goes back
I'd
to
say
what
about
the-
95% of games are available on PC. Eventually. Maybe
Well,
not
which goes-
immediately. Eventually.
Well, it goes back to Jason's thing, Unity, right? That's what you want is Unity, and in a way, I guess PC does that for everybody.
It's-
yeah, well, it
As long
does.
as you're
I
okay
can agree with that.
keeping up with the latest and greatest, or not even latest and greatest builds. But at least you don't have to wait on a console to come out every 5 or 6 years.
Right, and that's the thing about consoles, the hardware limitations that it brings to games. I even forgot this God of War. Sorry, but anyways, but yeah, so
Too
like,
little, too late.
yeah, no.
Man,
So
So like, yeah, just the limitation. I'm just speaking of that because God of War 2 brought out the most it could at the end of the PlayStation 2 life cycle. They spent a good amount of time like really knowing and finding the ways they can make that game look good at the end of the PlayStation 2 life cycle. And then when they came out with God of War 3, it looked amazing on PS3. It was just amazing. And then now if you look at it on the new one coming out for PlayStation 4, it looks great too. Like it's the hardware is limiting, but good developers are able to bring it out. But it's still limiting because of the hardware.
yeah, but the thing about that is you're not going to make that game look like it did in that fucking trailer.
That's
You're not
every
gonna-
game. That's every game.
I don't know. I think
Not on
ever
PC,
since
it's not.
Yes, it is.
I want
What do you mean,
Yeah,
yes, it is.
I want trailer playable games. Does that make sense?
no, I
want
feel
to
like
play a
we're
game
in that
looks
age
like a
now.
trailer.
I think we're in that age now.
I think we're catching up to that age very fast, very quickly.
I don't think you'll ever be able to get trailer play. What did you say? Fucking play?
Playability.
Playability. Being
So
able
you're
to
not
play
gonna
the
get trailer
graphics-
playability on a console, and until they basically
I-
build a fucking computer into a console. That's all what the fucking computer is. It's a dedicated. If you want to
That's
make a
what a
computer
console is,
dedicated to
too.
games, it's a console now. What's the difference?
Well, there's not a difference
some-
between the
so-
consoles
Exactly.
built that
There
way.
is no
anyway.
difference. So
Some
until they
people
start
prefer
making-
mouse and keyboard. Some people prefer controllers.
You can use a controller. Congratulations.
Right? No, I'm just saying that.
Thank you.
But how competitive are you going to be at a first-person shooter using a controller on PC?
I didn't say you were. I said you could. If you like
Yeah.
using a controller, get your rocks off. I don't give a
And
shit.
those people are wrong. Yes.
They're not wrong. They're just bad.
No, they're not bad. They just have a different preference,
they're
and
bad.
they can't be competitive.
Then
Go-
they're bad.
go-
It's
go
not-
1v1
it's the same
Nate
thing.
shot.
That's what I
I'm just
just
saying.
said.
Go 1v1 Nate shot. I guess.
On what?
Anything.
1v1v, bro.
One,
On
yeah,
keyboard and
one-
mouse?
No.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. Dude.
Like,
Yeah, that's what
controller.
I'm saying.
Okay,
Okay,
well, what about mobile? How are y'all seeing that in the
I hate
space we currently?
I don't mess.
I
with
don't
it.
hate it. I think it has a very
Please.
specific demographic, and I think it succeeds with that demographic.
What was the numbers you were talking about? If you like last month,
was like
70%.
60 or 60ish.
So, well, yeah. So, yeah. There was
Is-
some outlandish number.
Yeah, that took everybody by surprise. Where mobile is the dominating market for gaming.
And that,
And-
but that's
And I
not
think it's a
about
very,
like.
I think it's a very skewed number.
I think it's got to be because of just the easy like Angry Birds type
It's
gaming.
dominant
Yeah.
It can't
sales
be
wise.
like the hardcore gaming, where you know.
But people who play
games.
games on mobile are saying they're gamers
So,
now.
but this is the thing why I think that number is very skewed. One, I don't know how they got that data. They didn't say like what they measured, if it's time played, if it's games bought, or if it's downloaded.
I thought you
or
said it
what.
was revenue.
Did I say it was revenue?
I think so.
I think you said revenue.
All right. Well, then if that's the case, you can drop $100 over, I don't know, 6, 7, I don't know, a month. Let's just say a month on a game. I've seen people do it on your phone, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I want more lives. Here's $6. They just do that over and over and over again.
Freemium. That goes back to the freemium conversation.
So it's just like, I just think it's, I don't know. I think the data's skewed. I don't think that it really encompasses what the gaming market or what the gaming community is. So it's, I don't know. It's just, it seems so strange to me that it's.
I would have to agree with that, because I mean, if you look at the games that you can buy on a phone or anything like that, mobile wise, there's like 1,000 variants of the same game. And
Yeah.
if you're just gonna take the data from from all of those variants and not be like, hey, what's an actual game, like I said, Angry Birds is a prime example of one that's actually one that everybody picks up mobile most of the time. I mean, if you're just gonna take all those variants and anytime that anybody's clicked on one or maybe accidentally paid $1 for a premium crate or something in that game, yeah, that doesn't, to me, that shouldn't be mixed in with console and PC games.
Plus, it almost feels like cheating when you think about it. One, they don't really have to advertise to fucking anyone.
No,
They
you could be
put their
bored at
shit
the
on the
airport,
market.
pick one.
It shows up and like, I don't know, they get a couple.
They have to
thousand
advertise
downloads.
the top page or whatever, like the front page.
Yeah, maybe the front page, but I don't ever get anything off the front page. I go to, whenever I did like have games on my phone, I'd go to games, free games, top 10,
Yeah, top
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to pay money to be in the top 10.
possibly. Well, no, what?
I don't think that's true.
I mean,
Because then it's not a top 10. It's just
it
you paying.
it depends on. I don't know how it really looks like now, but I know like there's always featured games showing somewhere.
Sure,
when you
I
go
agree.
into
There's featured games, but if you go to the top 10 lists or even the like trending lists or whatever, if a game gets, I don't know, a couple thousand downloads in a minute, right? It pops to the trending list or the top 10 free to play games or the top 10 pay to play games or whatever, and that's bam. You don't need to that's all you have to do for advertising.
I mean, to be honest, I haven't really been in like a app store in a while. So.
Yeah, so
I agree with
that's
you.
all you have to do. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden your game's fucking viral because everybody in their fucking mom has a phone. You know what I mean?
Well, what
And
about
anybody can see it, and
what
everybody
about-
can see it.
what about what's happening now with Nintendo? And I guess in a sense, there's that PUBG ripoff, Rules of Engagement, that's on mobile, and then even PUBG themselves like overseeing some licensing, giving it to a developer to actually make a mobile game. So
What about it?
so the Nintendo is kind of embracing the mobile. They did Super Mario Run was their first
Yeah, but, like,
major one.
Who-
They have
What other company besides so out of the major video game making companies, who was gonna do it?
Well, I'm just saying their stuff lends to it because of how everyone sees.
Simple it is. Like,
Yeah,
I get
it's
that.
simple, but it's just like how big of an impact do you think that could possibly make? Because they also released Fire Emblem Heroes, which is people who like Fire Emblem. I played it at your place.
Pretty sure it's on PC too.
Well, I mean, think about it. Fire Emblem started off with handhelds anyway.
Right, but on Nintendo
for it
only
to
things.
True, but for it to naturally move anything that's was started off on handheld to naturally move over to the mobile,
I think it's such an
Phone.
easy move for them.
it's an easy move.
But then also the
Especially
recent
a
announcement.
turn-based game like
Right.
Fire
Well, the recent announcement of Mario Kart coming to mobile as well.
I think that's a super easy transition as well.
Yeah, I'm not saying like it's hard. What I'm saying is it's gonna make an impact of more quote unquote real games are going to be on the mobile side.
Sure, but
Yeah,
I
I
think
I guess it's where do we draw the line in between what we consider a mobile game and what we consider as real games? Going,
Yeah, I
where,
don't- I don't
you
really-
spend the hours, you spend the time, you do that on a console and stuff like that, not something you picked up for $1 or for free.
See,
Right. Well,
that's-
like the
that's
the idea of
thing is-
mobile gaming is small spurts of gaming on a train or on a car ride.
True.
that
But
can
if you add
leave you
Mario
satisfied
Kart-
after 5 minutes. Like
Yeah,
I don't
but
know
if
how
you-
it's
if you
gonna
add-
be
Mario Kart to it, now we've kind of made that a full game
right.
because people are going to want to play against everybody that has it in their vicinity.
Right.
See, the thing is, I don't really make the distinction that one's a game and one's not. I think that's silly. I play games. I play so many indie games that
Well,
could
I
easily
mean,
be
how
handheld
do we get it
games.
to where we separate where we don't get those weird numbers?
I don't really. Who,
Balls
that's so
being
that I
low.
guess that brings back to the original topic. Who gives a shit? Like who actually
You're
gives
the
a
one who brought
shit?
it up.
I didn't bring it up saying that one's more. I just said the numbers were skewed. That I think that mobile had an unfair advantage in that specific thing. I didn't say that it bothered me. I don't really like
Yeah,
what
I
fucking
figured it bothered
PS4 user looked at that and was like, "Holy shit,
Well,
guys, we gotta be
I
worried,
figured-
man. I think we're gonna lose the consoles."
I figured it bothered all of us since it took our breath away when you decided to announce it.
Well, yeah, it was shocking, but it didn't bother me.
So it affected us in some way.
I didn't say it didn't affect me. I said it didn't bother me. I don't
couldn't
think.
sleep.
I don't think it should. I don't think it matters. I think it's irrelevant. I don't think anybody that plays on fucking a quote unquote real gamer, as you said, gives a fuck about that statistic. I think they're gonna, if they saw that, they'd be like, "Oh, that's fucking weird," and then go play
Well,
more Monster Hunter on their fucking.
It goes
PS4.
back to our forum conversation where console wars. I mean, where people get, stressed out about that shit on forums and go after each other. Going, hey, you're not a real gamer just because you play mobile games all day long.
What- How many mobile gamers do you know that are in the forums like that?
I don't
All of
know.
them.
They're all
All of them.
They're
Well,
all
okay, well,
avid.
so speaking of here's going to be my last question before we have to unfortunately end. But what's y'all's idea of just, one sort of hardware that can play all games, and Sony and Microsoft finally go like, "Hey, let's just work together, but we'll compete software-wise."
The Steam box.
Well, I mean, yeah, kind of like that, but PC still doesn't have exclusive games. I'm sorry, they don't have console games that are exclusive. They have, just like there are some PC
What?
exclusive.
They don't
No,
have
no.
console games that are exclusive to PC. Okay.
No. They don't have console games that are exclusive to consoles, but in the same way, there are no PC exclusive games that are available on consoles as well.
Yeah, there is.
What do you mean?
There's plenty of games that you
Total
can get on
War?
PC that you
No,
can't
what
get on-
what I'm saying is there are PC exclusives that you can't play on console. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Like, so there should, like, the idea of one box, one piece of hardware that can just play everything.
I don't see. I guess I may be the odd one. I don't want that. Like I don't want.
I
that.
don't either.
I think that it discourages competitive advancement. I think that if one system came out that did everything and they stopped making everything else, that you'd be completely at the mercy of one person, one company controlling
Monopoly.
everything.
Well,
I
here's-
want that.
It would be a monopoly over the whole gaming industry,
And
and it would never
Yes,
progress.
yes, I understand that, but where the competition plays into is the software.
No.
No?
No, because the software
yeah.
will be limited by the
So
hardware.
are you saying we built this box? It plays everything. You
Say
choose to have Sony's software or Microsoft software,
no. You have all software.
and you just choose which one you want to use.
And all companies come together to
Yeah, all the
make sure that
companies.
one
Well,
is
it's like it's the way like EA. So not necessarily the hardware publishers like Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo. The way EA, Capcom, Ubisoft, Activision, how they play their roles. Like they don't make hardware; they're making games that they release on all the hardware. So
True. But
so
the
that
issue is
and that's how they're
Maybe.
competing.
the progression
Sometimes.
of the hardware companies, say your monopolized hardware company.
Right.
There's not. They will.
There's no
have-
progression.
There's no progression. I like he's saying. There's no
I
progression.
mean, eventually they'd be like, huh.
and the
Well, we
software.
stopped
will-
making millions this year. I guess we'll make another one.
yeah, the software will always be limited. Now, the fact that I'm assuming like Ubisoft has some ties into Microsoft, going, hey, we plan to
Every
pump out.
publisher
We
does.
yeah, any publisher that goes to a certain console goes, hey, we want to pump out this game, and this is the requirements we need. Can you build us a system that can handle this? And if we decide to do updates that may have even more features and more, requirements behind that, can you make a system that can last 6 years, 7 years,
See, I don't
maybe
think
even
that's how
more?
that works at all.
And it may not. This is again perfect world in my head, but software can push hardware. Hardware
I don't agree.
limits
I
software.
don't not in this. I don't think it. I don't think that's true in the console world. I think that developers make games according to what's available or what they think's going to be available.
Yeah, that in the console
I
world,
don't think
that's how
that
it is.
someone
Here's the
came with
reason,
this game.
But that's why I said hardware limits software.
Well, yeah, but you just said software.
Software
Pushes hardware.
can push hardware, going, I need more and more and more. I need more RAM. I
don't-
need better
I don't
graphics.
agree.
I need this to push. Hardware, if you don't touch hardware, the software can go to a limit, like you mentioned
Right.
with your
Yeah,
example.
bottle
Rich,
cap.
It'll bottle cap. It basically gets to that point of Gods of War 2, right? We get to that part. Hey, we maxed out everything we could possibly do with this game, software wise.
But the thing about that is, the next consoles were already planned. They weren't like, hey, we have this game, and if you don't make a new console, like, what the fuck? That's not how that worked.
Well,
The new
that's kind
consoles
of
were
what
already
Kingdom Hearts
planned
3 is
and
doing.
coming out. They put the game out anyways. Why? It's not like they were like, hey, we got this fucking game. We can max out on this console, or we can make it even better. That's not how that works.
But that's what Kingdom Hearts 3 is doing. We were promised Kingdom Hearts 3 back in PS2.
No.
Yeah,
no,
it-
we
Well,
weren't.
PS3, I think.
Yeah, we were. Okay, maybe. But the thing is they were like, yeah, we're just gonna wait till PS4.
It wasn't. It
I,
wasn't because
I don't
the
think it's
console
because of
wasn't
the.
available.
Yeah, it
There's
wasn't.
also the fact that they wanted to add a Toy Story and Star
Well,
Wars.
that and because
Yeah.
they weren't. They just
But-
didn't. They weren't planning on making it.
Yeah, they
After they dropped Kingdom Hearts 2, they weren't planning on making 18 other games.
They were planning on making. Are you sure? I mean, how
Yes.
many are in the title?
Well,
run
at the
now?
time-
Obviously, there's not 18. It's an exaggeration.
At the time, they had announced Final Fantasy Versus 13, which turned into 15 back in 2006. So they decided, I'm guessing, is that they decided to devote everything to that first and then be like, okay, now we'll work on Kingdom Hearts. Oh, let's also.
and every other shitty
yeah.
game that they put out.
Oh, let's also release a trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake, things like that.
I'm still gonna go back that software pushes hardware,
Well, software pushes hardware sales.
because I'm not just talking about the games themselves. I'm talking about the software that to create those games. Those guys are striving to make their software better and better and better to pump out the best of the best. So if your hardware can't handle what their software is capable of doing, then there is obviously a market, which creates, you got to make better hardware. But if you monopolize your hardware system and they to go, oh, we don't want to build anything new for however many years, then your games are stuck.
I think
So
I think that's a perfect world concept. I don't think that's what's actually happening.
Yeah, but here is what's happening. You're having things like the PS4 Pro coming out, the Xbox One S or X, the Xbox, yeah, whatever it's the new thing is now, where they're using the same operating system. They're doing slight tweaks to the hardware, and it's been
To
5
handle
years out. Yeah, to
See, I don't
handle
even-
these things.
I don't even think that's because of software. I don't.
It's
even
not
think that's-
because of software. What I'm saying
I really
is like
think the only
they're
reason that they make an in-between console is one, so they can say, "Hey, we put out a
Revenue.
console just a couple of years ago," and two, so they can make more money. They don't give a fuck. They could have the same console out if, besides the fact that they want to make more money, they could have the same console out for 6 years and then make another console.
and that's
they could
what they've
absolutely
been
be
doing
okay with
currently. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, and like that would be it, and then another 6 years.
But that goes
Yes,
back to the healthy competition between them.
Right.
It helps push them to keep making new consoles and new.
They push each other to improve the
Yeah.
hardware.
You
Nothing
put
else
it all.
does.
If you put it all into one, we're screwed. I mean, if you remember back when PS4 came out and the 360, everybody went PS4. One, because PS3, because it had a Blu-ray player that cost the same amount as if you bought a Blu-ray player on its own, And if you remember the original PS3, it had backwards compatibility. Xbox could not compete hardware-wise
At first.
at first.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Anyways, we are a little longer than expected.
Sorry about that.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all's final thoughts on anything that y'all want to say before we break.
PC Master Race.
Yeah, we never got into the whole PC thing, but it's all right.
Listen, I think everybody knows our feelings on that.
Yeah.
Well, here's my feelings on it. So shut up. So
Okay.
Tell me.
So
Who's this?
just really quick, right? I just kind of joined in the podcast last second. So no, it's just here's what I think. Like, I hear what everybody's saying, the whole console war and everything. But me, I was a mall rat, arcades all day. And the idea of that is, and I'm listening to you guys piecing together where I was coming from. You go into one room with however many machines, and I want to play this game. Okay, this friend's gonna play this game. Okay, then I'll play that game. Everything kind of handles different things. There's shooting games, fighting games, dancing games, whatever. And now there's mobile games, but don't get me started on that crap. Anyways, I've always kind of conformed to whatever. If you have that system, then okay, let's play. For example, I didn't have a PS4 until I came down here, and Andrew had it. So okay, now, but I've always been a PlayStation fan. To America, yes.
Yes.
I come from Mexico, but I have these different accents. Anyways, point is, jumped on PS4, come from Xbox. My hands down, my favorite system would probably be PS2. But
Same.
I think when it boils down to it, I think, we're all going to pay for, and the idea of universally having one system, I don't agree with that. I think we should be able to pick and choose, or I guess have that facade of being able to pick and choose. Okay, this has better performance, I'm going to put my money in this. Or this has better titles, I'm going to put my money in this. This has keyboard and mouse functionality, I'm going to put my money into this. And I think that overall, the idea is we should be able to pay for what we want whenever we want. So if I want if I want, Master Race, I'll go with that. I don't have a PC because I don't feel like spending the money, but I realize the capabilities of PC are like fucking limitless. You have all the DLC, you have all the gameplay, you have hardware, graphics, all the power behind it. Yeah, clearly that's a better choice, but I'm not going to do that. Why? And the only reason why, other than me being a cheap ass, is because the majority of the people that I play games with are on a console, and that's why I have both.
For now.
That's why he doesn't play with us.
You can play
And
with us
because I don't
eventually.
like you guys.
Oh, you do. You think
But
you don't,
anyways.
but you do.
But we're okay with that.
All right, my feelings. Console wars are fun. I think anybody that takes them seriously are fucking retarded. I think they're fun. They're a good way to dick around with your friends and yell at each other, because that's never not fun. I also think that consoles by themselves should just keep doing what they're doing. I don't see any problem with what's going on with the console world. I have a PC, I have an Xbox One, and a PS4. Obviously, everybody can't do that. It's understandable. Buy which one you want to play. Buy which one your friends are getting. That's what I did when I crossed over back into the PlayStation world. I bought what my friends were playing. So that's my feelings.
The only reason I bought a PlayStation is because my friends at work were talking about Destiny, and I had an Xbox.
Never played with them.
And I played with them once, and I played with y'all that's how we met.
And then 4
You're
years
welcome.
later.
Destiny died.
Yeah.
I have
Anyways.
to agree with Matt on everything he said on that ending notes.
I'm the fucking best.
as for-
in the podcast.
Yeah, and as for Nick, I had same days with the arcade, and I think the progression of being able to create a console that basically was able to play almost all of those arcade games, Sega Saturn, if you remember that one,
Mhm.
it brought the arcade to the house, and then arcades died. Plus, Game Wars at
As
malls,
did
but
the Sega consoles.
Dude,
no,
No,
so was
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast, get the
Dreamcast ahead of its time.
dude, so ahead of the time.
But anyways,
So,
I loved
but
it.
yeah, being like I said, hardware is the motivator, having that competition.
Oh, yes. All right. So we're going to plugs. Anything to plug, Jason?
Rewind Entertainment Facebook page.
All right, Nick.
Oh yeah, almost 100 followers, man.
Oh yeah, we're
so
a few
close.
away.
Yeah.
Nice. What was the
Nick,
question? What?
plugging anything?
No, I went in and retired my Grinder account because I'm looking for true love. So I'll get back to you on that. Maybe
Okay.
try Bumble. We'll see what happens.
Bumble, Tinder.
Plenty
Tinder.
of Christians.
Yeah, farmers only.
Yeah,
We'll
black
find
people meet.
out. Whoa!
Might as well.
Absolutely.
East meets East. By the way.
Now we're talking.
There we go. All right, Matt.
No, I'm good.
All right, Bryce.
New artwork at Short Fuse Studios. Check it out on Facebook. Just do hashtag Short Fuse Studios.
All
Nice.
right. Of course, again, hit up the Facebook page, facebook.com/Rewind Entertainment. You can catch me on streams on Twitch, twitch.tv/TXARich. That was episode 5 of the Rewind Entertainment podcast. We are out. Later, everyone.
See you.
See ya.